of Mushtaq Ahmed, the leg spinner. So Akram Raza, only been in the country 24 hours, and he's raced straight into action. So we pick up action in the first over. Wasn't Akram bowling to Brian Young?
First ball of the test, Wasim Akram to Brian Young. He negotiates that well. Oh, that's out. Goodness me, I thought that landed outside the line of the leg stump, but Dickie Bird says that's out. You heard it. So New Zealand tragedy. Brian Young gone in the first over.
Well, Dickie Bird doesn't give them easily. We've got to... Certainly going to hit the middle stump, isn't it? It's right on line. The question is where the ball pitched. Did it pitch outside the line of leg stump? If it did, it can be given not out. Dickie Bird says it pitched in line. It was going to hit. You're on your way, Brian Young. New Zealand in trouble right from ball 4 of the test. 0 for 1.
Test match. There's a loud knock, but he's given not out. It didn't sound like bat on ball. There was a nick, though. In the end, Shand away from the fieldsman, and the first boundary of the test match, and I think he might have got a hand on that. It could have been a chance, and it's gone for 4 runs.
Oh, it's a good shot from Jones, a lovely shot. It's a favourite shot of his, and he's hit that so well that it's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4.
Oh, there's a cry of catch it, but that's going to race through for 4 away behind point. Andrew Jones going after that one, a little short and wide.
And it was a really tough chance, but in the end he struck it well enough to get through for 4.
Here's a dive from Mushtabar. Loud appeal. Dickie Bird says no on this occasion. Still a... Oh, that is a beauty. It zipped back in the air and off the track. What a superb delivery.
This is an absolute gem of a delivery. It's pitched quite wide outside off stump, seen back in. Major.
He had no trouble with the line that time, but Pocock certainly did. And the second wicket has fallen. Rahman is delighted. A bit of edge there, and Pocock has to go.
As we're seeing here, that ball drifting into the batsman, got him inside the edge, just his pad first, then bat, and just carried on to the wickets. And here we were saying that his line wasn't right, he got one right, and the end result was very good for Pakistan.
So it's 40 for 2 now, New Zealand. This ball completely surprised Blair Pocock. He just seemed to lose it. Let's have a look from the back of New Zealand stump vision.
It was almost as if it was just a lapse in concentration. I thought Pocock had been doing a very good job for New Zealand.
And he cuts well, does Ken Rutherford, to get off the mark. He hit that beautifully.
On 7, Andrew Jones on 21. Rutherford facing. Ball's in the air, he's gone. First ball after lunch that Ken Rutherford faces, and he quietly guides it into second slip's hand, and he's out. What a tragedy.
Well, this happened in Auckland to Brian Young. First ball he faced after lunch, and this is a soft dismissal, really. Just a warm-up delivery, half-tracker, really, and Ken Rutherford's just sort of guided that straight into third slip's hands, and he's taken it. He's the new boy, Akram Raza. He's in the action. Rutherford is gone. New Zealand now 49 for 3.
That's a good-looking shot. That'll run away for 4. There's no third man, and umpire Dickie Bird signals accordingly. He goes again. He's got this one through. This will run away for 4 more. A little squarer this time, but same end result.
Great Batch goes after this and plays a good shot. 4 runs. Great Batch pulls this one away back for the square. That's 4 more. Hammered into the covers and through. Pass Shah Mohammed.
Nice
shot by Jones. The captain, Salim Malik, has the chase. And the batsman will consider a third and take that third run. hammered away, shot. That's another boundary for Mark Greatbatch.
Positive cricket here.
Oh, that was a Yorker and a good one too.
He's bowling to Jones. And Jones looking in very good touch now. He guided that into the gap. Went all the way along the ground for 4, but that was from the middle of the bat, just angled and taking the ball through to the third man boundary. And he's going short and he's hitting it well and he's kept it down pretty well. And it's into the boundary behind square leg, so Ekram's got some thinking to do at the moment. So Jones' innings is over, and Rahman has his 3rd wicket. New Zealand are 100 for 4 now.
That's a sad dismissal from New Zealand point of view. A good delivery, just cut back and hopping up in the air. Andrew Jones rapped on the pad in front of the wicket, and Dickie Bird had no hesitation in raising his finger. Nonetheless, Andrew Jones played a very good innings, making 43, having stayed there for 170 minutes.
So it's 100 for 4 now as Jones leaves. Greatbatch plays a beautiful shot through the covers. Now, it's hit well. It's going to be hit enough to go all the way to the boundary, and the timing was perfection.
Dylan here. There's a big appeal. Umpire Brian Aldridge says not out.
Oh, this is a big shot. Where's that going to finish up? It's down the ground, and I think Dickie Bird, he doesn't know where it's landed. We're not quite sure. Is he going to signal 6? He is. Well, he launched into that straight down the ground, Mark Greatbatch, and he's hit 6 runs.
Well, it has to be a pretty good pitch to play a shot like this. It's just a lofted off drive. He's got underneath it and hit it straight down the ground. And the spectators are no doubt about...
No, they were certainly not.
And a thick outside edge will run away for 4. There's no third man down there. So 4 to Shane Thompson. And the boundaries are coming thick and fast.
That's gone in the air too, and away goes Greatbatch. Couldn't avoid the bounce at that time. Straight up in the air, taken by the keeper, and that's the end of Mark Greatbatch.
Yes, well, this is the problem that Greatbatch is having at the moment. See how that bat goes upwards. He ducks, winces, and has no control over where it goes. And it's been a good innings, nevertheless, from Greatbatch. He's got 45 from 56 deliveries, and we saw far more control and class from him today. 126 for 5, New Zealand. This watch side on the Greatbatch dismissal. Look at that. See wincing. And the gloves coming through, the bat going upwards. So lost balance back, not able to control it. Although it's a natural reaction to try and look after yourself, you've really got to discipline yourself to stand up and have a closer look at it and try and punch it down in front of you if you can't get out of the way of it. But that's something that Greatbatches will work on, I'm sure.
Short run, and he's bowled him. Straight through the gap, might have been a wee inside edge, it sounded a bit like it. But the end result is the same for Shane Thompson. He's gone, Akram has his 2nd wicket, and New Zealand plummeting even further. They're 128 now, but for 6 wickets.
But we're seeing here, this is once again, that ball was of a length. Thompson's feet were just, he was crease bound, wasn't he? Had the bat away from the body, got an inside edge onto off stump.
So 128 for 6 as Shane Thompson leaves.
First ball of the new over. Not a bad looking shot from Blaine down the ground. In fact, it's going very fast indeed, and it'll run all the way for 4. That's an edge. It's going to run away for 4 very quickly. There's only 2 slips in now. Now there are appealing for a call, and he's out. Inside edge onto the pad, and it's ballooned away in the air. Comfortable catch, so New Zealand in further trouble. Tony Blaine on his way.
Well, Tony Blaine none too happy with this decision, but we may see just a little hint of an inside edge. Onto the pad maybe, and it's ballooned away to gully. He's taken the catch quite comfortably. The Pakistanis were always confident about it, and so was Brian Aldridge in the end, and Tony Blaine is gone. So New Zealand in further trouble, 140 for 7.
Peel for a catch down the leg side, and away he goes. Once again, Dickie Bird gave the batsman the opportunity to wander off. In the end, he put his finger up, and Danny Morrison is caught down the leg side.
It's either... Yes, it's always difficult on replays like this to say yay or nay. Dickie Bird will be going on sound as much as anything, he's certain. And so New Zealand now 149 for 8.
And Doull plays a handsome stroke through the covers. That's a very good shot from Simon Doull. Salim Malik is going to strengthen the offside. There's now Wasim Akram bowling with a cover, extra cover and mid-off. Must be just a gentle medium. But we know he's not, as Doull hits him square this time. And it's going to be a long chase, which I think will have the ball going into the boundary. It certainly does. So Simon Doull has hit 2 consecutive boundaries, one on the offside, one on the onside, from the great Wasim Akram. As Doull goes big again, and he hits it behind square. And he just eludes the fielder down there, and Akram Raza can't quite pull it in. So Doull again is taking toll of this over from Wasim Akram. He's got 12, 3 boundaries.
This good shot there by Simon Doull once again, just going with that delivery.
It's a booming shot from Doull. He's hit the ball in the air though, and so the wicket has been taken. And Waqar Younis has his 3rd wicket.
That driven firmly, but upishly straight to the fielder at cover, Basit Ali.
So Basit Ali has the catch in the extra cover region, and Simon Doull out for 17. That's 170 for 9. New Zealand just 1 wicket left. Richard de Groen coming to the wicket. He's the last man for New Zealand in this match, and he's here because of this shot from Simon Doull, which was an aggressive stroke again, but hit in the air. And Basit Ali, who had sneaked out from the short leg position into the extra cover area, had the catch. Younis delighted. 3 wickets for him, 3 wickets for Akram, and 3 for Rahman. That's the way they've gone. And here's Akram again, though. It's short. It's just over the head of Gully. And it's going to be 4 runs, I think, for Richard de Groen. It's fast outfield here, and it goes all the way. He'll be pleased, but he will know that another one's coming.
He's a team man, Wasim Akram, a very nice guy. So has bowled superbly.
Well, it's a Yorker. He's hit him on the toe. It's not out, says Dickie Bird, but it can't have been too far away. Well, this is getting serious now for Wasim Akram. There's 1 wicket left. He wants it. Might have just drifted down leg side. Oh, he's bowled him, so that's the end of the New Zealand innings. They're all out for 175. Akram has done it with the last ball of his over. That's the 67th over of the innings, and the 24th bowled by Wasim Akram. He has 4 for 60, the best figures of any Pakistan bowler. And New Zealand all out for 175, with de Groen bowled by Akram for 4, and it leaves Matthew Hart not out on 12.
Absolutely superb, well-directed Yorker to the batsman. He's not able to dig it out, the ball hitting the off stump. Varying his pace, he bowled a quicker and swinging Yorker to Groen. There's no clue as to what to do with it, and rather satisfied Wasim Akram.
Well, some consolation for Richard de Groen is that there will have been many better batsmen bowled by that ball or that type of delivery, and Wasim Akram is delighted. Well, that's carrying it a long way. So the international pairing there of Dickie Bird, the English umpire from Yorkshire, And Wasim Akram leaving the field, with Pakistan having bowled out New Zealand for 175 here at the Basin Reserve.
So New Zealand all out then for a disappointing 175 after winning the toss and electing to bat. Some useful contributions in the middle there from Andrew Jones with 43, Mark Great, that's 45, but no one really going on and getting a big score. For Pakistan, the bowling side of it was Akram 4 for 60, the most successful of the bowlers. Good support too from Waqar Yunus with 3 wickets and Akhtar Rahman with 3 wickets as well. He did a good job to remove the top order. So Pakistan then requiring to bat just 12 overs before stumps, and we pick up play early in their innings.
Here's Danny Morrison to bowl the first over from the Arrowvant stand end. He's on his way. Oh, and Saeed is a little bit loose first ball. And here's the first run to the Pakistani innings. Good looking shot away behind square, and a long run round there. De Gruen, no ball called as well, just to add to the complications. Oh, there was a cry of catch it, but I think it's a little wide as it runs away down for 4.
Stump.
Nicely driven, beautifully played. Rutherford has the chase, and it looks like the ball could win the race. Yes, it does. 4 runs.
Well, side Anwar goes for it, and he hits it pretty well. He kept it down and hit it directly square of the wicket, and he gets another boundary. That's his 5th, and he goes to 29. Well, it's a big one too, and Bowden looks more closely, and it's out this time. Second time lucky for Morrison. He has the wicket, and Pakistan right on the stroke of stumps, 33 for 1 wicket.
Well, I feel that was a lot well, it was closer, wasn't it?
That was middle stump, wasn't it?
Yeah, out, wasn't it? And surprised to see the reaction of the batsman as he went off there. He seemed a little happy about something.
Well, if you're going to argue, you might as well argue with your man. It's 34 for 1.
Welcome to the highlights of day 2 of the second test between Pakistan and New Zealand. Remembering back to yesterday, of course, New Zealand all out for 175. Disappointing result, really, after winning the toss and electing to bat. In reply at stumps, Pakistan 35 for 1. Beautiful day in Wellington this morning when play began. Danny Morrison bowling to Saeed Anwar.
Says no. Simon Dool very excited, but the key man, the umpire, says that's not out.
Well, certainly there's a sound as the ball goes past the bat here, and it's an inside edge if it's an edge, and certainly deviating.
Would suggest it's not something else. Well, this is an interesting shot. It's straight up in the air, and the night watchman, he still waits for the finger. How on earth that couldn't have been out, I don't know. But he gets the finger all right, so the night watchman is on his way. Rather a strange-looking shot, just lobbing up in the air.
Yes, he's tried to take on Danny Morrison, and it's hit the bat about 3 times, I think. It's sort of a wee touch on the gloves, then onto the back of the bat, and then he sort of scooped it up as well. So he definitely hit it about 3 times, and as you say, John, why he hung around, I don't know. But he was given the message finally, and now Pakistan 36 for 2.
Danny Morrison picked up another one.
See all the contacts on the bat there. It ran along almost off the gloves initially, and then down to the bottom of the back of the bat, and it just, as he followed through, just spooned it gently up into the air. And Tony Blaine won't get too many catches in his test career easier than this one.
No, it really was one of the most easy catches of all time. And this is not a bad-looking shot. It's got real power. In fact, it's going to race away for 4. Oh, he's gone for this one. It's in the air. It might fall safely. In fact, it will, but he's playing with fire. In the end, it runs away quickly for 4, but he tried to hook.
He has scored now. Nice push down through mid-on. Rutherford has the chase. The outfield is very quick, and the ball should win the race. That's a lovely shot by Saeed Anwar. Well, that's caught the edge, and it's got through, and it'll go for 4. He's picked the gap between second and third slip perfectly. I Nicely pushed away through the covers. Rutherford has the chase. It looks to be well timed once more and heading to the boundary. 4 more. This is the way down to third man. That's 4 runs. Easy single here. As Shane Thompson had to make ground at 62 for 2 at the end of the over.
So de Groen's first ball is turned down to fine leg, and Elmar goes to 39, takes the score to 65. Inside Elmar goes for that one. It was short and he kept it down very well, and he's going to hit it through mid-wicket. Played that very strongly through the onside. And you can see the wagon wheel from combined ends. He's got scores all around the boundary, and he's hit that one pretty well through mid-wicket. Now that's beautifully timed, and once again Pocock's chase is going to be in vain. And a very good shot from side umpire. 75 for 2 now. So 100 runs the difference between the two teams. He's hit that one very well. That's through square leg, and that's going to go all the way too. Now that really travelled across the outfield. I think it's quicker today than it was yesterday because of the heat yesterday, but Bassett Ali timing that beautifully. And now he's looking for his first 50, and he's going to get it too, Syed Anwar. He's hit that beautifully, and he's gone to 50. In fact, the boundary will take him to 52, and that's a very good innings from Syed Anwar.
That's through the field and played away for more runs by Bassett Ali.
We're looking to pull that one away, and does it very successfully, and it races away to the mid-wicket fence for 4. So Matthew Hart into the side. This is his debut match. Left arm spinner. Well, he's cracked that one, and it's over the top of mid-on, is it? Went a little higher than maybe he hoped, but he's got 4 anyway, so he's attacked Hart from the outset. Oh, this is in the air. He should be out. Oh, it's just over the head of mid-off. Well, that was a miscue. They're going to come back for 2, but no, they're not even going to do that. They were so concerned about the shot, but very lucky to get away with it. Saeed Anwar. End of the over, 109 for 2.
Oh, a stumping chance for Tony Blaine, and it's gone down to the fence, and Great Batch is after it. We'll have to watch the umpire just to make sure. But yes.
Oh dear, that's buys. That's a serious miss. And you see Tony Blaine there shaking his head. Look at Bassett Ali charging. It did him through the gate. That means that the keeper is obscured, but he appeared to have the gloves in the right place, and that would have been a very easy stumping in terms of the batsman being well out of his crease.
Nicely played away. There's no third man in, and that's 4 runs. This is in the air too, and he might be lucky. Pocock coming round, and once again a false shot played by the batsman, and he's got away with it.
Well, that's a lovely shot from Syed Anwar, and once again Morrison making a lot of ground to prevent the ball from going through, but he timed it beautifully. They've added 100 this morning, and that's going to be the 100 partnership too. Bassett Ali has hit it beautifully. Dorr will haul it in, and while that's happening they can complete 3. Bassett Ali to 47, but the 100 partnership is reached. But the 100 partnership is reached. So you can see that Bassett Ali has scored 47 of the 100, and Syed Anwar 42, so it's been pretty well shared, and they've scored 101 in 103 minutes, a run a minute from 148 balls. And it's going to be dropped, is it? We'll wait for the umpire to see whether that is a chance, but de Groen says that it is. His body language is clear. The umpire is indicating that there is no extras, so a further run to Syed Anwar, and look at this for a chance.
We're seeing here that inside edge, but once again Tony Blaine a little slow out of the blocks.
Last ball before lunch, the 4th session of this test match. And Anwar's onto the back foot. He sees the chance for getting runs before lunch, and he's going to take them. He'll end up with a boundary, and that takes his score to 81, and it takes Pakistan to 148 for 2.
Danny Morrison, the only successful bowler, as you see, 2 for 49. And some of them getting a little expensive. And Saeed Anwar is launching straight into a big shot through square leg. Won't go all the way, didn't time it that well, but it's going to be a comfortable 3. It's a funny sort of an edge. This sneaks its way through first slip, Mark Greatbatch. And they're coming back for 2, so there we are. Basit Ali has crept through to 50, 51 he's gone to, and a fine hand for Pakistan by Basit Ali. And that's a little wayward, and it's severely punished. Away to backward point for 4. Short and wide, dispatched.
Nicely timed shot, and it's gone straight through this time, and it's going to the fence for 4 runs. That's a lovely on drive. That's another 4. Over-tossed. And Ken Rutherford gave it away at mid-on very early. Pulls this one away. That's going to be another 4. In fact, he's lifted it. And it bounces. Yes, 4 runs. This one's in the air as well. Mark Greatbatch can't find it for the moment. It's way over his head. And that's 4 more. 3 boundaries so far off the over from Danny Morrison. Played very freely through the covers. Greatbatch to chase, but I think he can give it away. It's starting to slow, but it just makes it. The batsmen have had a little chat, looking for that elusive 1 run. Saeed Anwar. Yes, he's got it too. It's a way backward a point. And Saeed Anwar has his first test century.
Yes, the field coming in a little closer meant that if he was able to play it firmly, there was every chance that he would get it by that inner ring, and he did so. So his maiden test century.
And Hart is driven quietly down the ground. There is a man stationed at long on. They've just brought up to 150 in 163 minutes, so it's nearly around a minute. Saeed getting 73 of the partnership. And Basit Ali's made 65 of them. And included in the 65 to Basit Ali are 11 boundaries. He's had only 28 scoring balls, so he's got 44 of his runs in boundaries, 21 otherwise. And he tries to capitalise on that, can just get a single. I think he saw a half volley and overclubbed it. And the bowler's doing a fairly difficult job, doing it rather steadily as Basit Ali hurries through for the 2nd run.
Basit Ali was promoted in the batting order because of the injury to the middle finger of his right hand of Asim Mustaba. While fielding in the gully, a square cut which came to him, he tried to stop it, and in turn he split his finger.
Well, he's hit that pretty well. It's going out behind square, and it's going to be fielded just inside the boundary, so a chance to run 2, taking him on to 70. And we understand that Mustafa's finger is broken in 2 places.
Yes, and then X-rays have revealed that he has broken his middle finger. It is in plaster, but there's no immediate threat really to the batting side, and there's the 2 managers of the touring team, Majid Khan and Intikhab Alamas, are not considering any replacement at the moment.
So he's going to stay on.
I think he is.
He's got himself into all sorts of trouble there, Basit Ali. Rather inventive and successful. Well, I suppose he just slipped in the dust that's gathering on the batting crease. He's looking at his shoes there, and you can see he's wearing spikes.
Yes, as he goes for that swoop shot, he loses control and slips.
Oh, he's played that well, Basit Ali. That's a lovely shot. Might be 3 again. Might even get to the boundary. It does. So there's the 200 for Pakistan. It's 200 for 2. And this is in the 55th over.
Oh, was that a drop chance? It may have been. He went for the cut again. It was a little tight for him. It was certainly in the air. Brian Young at first slipped, diving away to his right. We'll see if we can pick it up.
That's what we're talking about, frustrating him into playing a bit of a false shot, really, and he's just angled that away, and it's a question of whether it carried to Brian Young's diving right hand.
Driving. And he's got it through. That will run all the way for 4. Well timed indeed.
Good looking shot here. Big chase for Danny Morrison, and he can't overhaul it. And that looked like a regulation push, and suddenly it's gone to the fence. Tidy bowling performance from Matthew Hart. He went for 21 in his first 5 overs. He's now on his 13th, and he's conceded 43. Gave that a fair bit of air, and that's a false shot, which will get 4 runs. So it's not always a fair game for the bowler. A good ball and a streaky shot results in 4 runs. No run. Oh, here's a mix-up. And in the end, they went. They had a little discussion in the middle of the pitch for a moment.
I think they might have been speaking to each other in Urdu there too. I think I heard a call of Aja rather than yes or come or no. And they ought to have sorted it out, but almost didn't.
He's lifted this one, and he's got a hold of it too. That's a good hit. Let's just watch the umpire. He's waiting for confirmation. Dickie Bird, I think, lost sight of it. The crowd's telling him 4. He's played it on, he's bowled. New Zealand finally had the wicket as the batsman pulls it back onto the leg stump, and away goes Basit Ali.
Well, when he played the shot, look, he exposes his leg stump. And it came round, did it off the back of the bat. Somehow he helped it around, but he did expose the leg stump there. So through perseverance, New Zealand have got that 3rd wicket. Pakistan now 233 for 3. We see him expose the leg stump here when he swept, but let's watch if he follows it round and gets some. No, well, that's hit just straight on. I don't think there's anything helped on there. He just got his front foot too far across, exposing the leg stump. The ball's gone straight through. Let's look at stump vision. There it is there. Didn't touch anything, did it? Straight onto the stump. So that's technically a mistake from Basit Ali, but he's played a very fine hand for Pakistan.
It's in the air, and it's going to be safe, though. It's going to go all the way down to the 3rd-man boundary. So he certainly gave that a bit of a flick, but he was lucky enough to get the ball aerially, but in the gap. Lovely shot, and here he goes again, and he's through the point boundary, and they can give that away. That's another boundary, the 2nd consecutive 4 to Syed Anwar, and he's 147 not out, and that's the 250 for Pakistan. 250 for 3 in reply to New Zealand's 175. And these guys are looking dangerous. He's turning it fine. He's going to get his 150, and he's going to get it very easily, just coming back for the 2nd. So Syed Anwar doesn't know when to stop. He went to 100. He settled in, and now he's gone to 150, and he's taken...
Paunchy fertilizer.
Mira Bank.
54 for 3. So once again, a look at the scoring shots of Syed Anwar. 65 of the 234 balls that he's faced, he's scored from, and 23 of them have gone for 4. And they've been all around the paddock, and that's another one that's going to be hit well enough to give him a couple anyway. They might come back for the 3rd as Dill gets it inside the boundary. Well, that's hit over mid-on, and that's hit in the air, but it's hit so well that there's no thought of a catcher getting there. And he's just taking them to all parts of the ground now. He must be seeing the ball like a slow balloon.
forcing away on the onside, a shot he really favours and does very well. Well, that's very short. He's hooked it away. He's got hold of it reasonably well, considering it's going to run away for 4, but he didn't look in total control there. Driving Salim Malik. He's going to get underway at last. And in fact, there's a misfield which has deflected the ball a long way away. And there's a chapter of accidents out there as De Gruen came round to pick up. And he made a mess of it as well. So in the end, they get 2. Off the back foot. That's too short, and it's punished. It'll run away for 4. And Matthew Hart dragging that one down, and it's hit away just behind point. There's another cracking drive. May not go all the way. Ken Rutherford's after it. But they should get 3. No, they decide against it. They're not that anxious about it.
It's another good-looking drive through the offside from Malik. And Ken Rutherford at one stage there looked as if he was going to chase it all away, but it pulled up in time and he overhauled it. Malik now starting to open up.
Slightly slower ball, and it gets the same sort of treatment, a little squarer, and they'll get another comfortable 2.
21 50s and 10 centuries in Test cricket for Salim Malik.
What a super drive. Over-pitched, it was there to be hit, one has to say, and he obliged. And a good-looking shot through the onside. This is all timing, really. And certainly 2. They may consider 3. Oh, there could be a run out. And yes, he's run out. Saeed Anwar was sent back by the skipper Salim Malik. And Pakistan have lost a wicket. The century maker is run out.
Well, this is total confusion and a very sad end to a great innings from Saeed Anwar. It's a case of really not knowing what your partner's up to, and both of them were guilty of watching the ball rather than what each other was doing. At no stage was Malik interested in the 3rd run. Saeed Anwar always thought it was on, and he was the one that was sent back, and in the end, only just in the frame. Well gone. But what a fine innings and a generous round of applause. A breakthrough for New Zealand at last, 290 for 4.
Inzamam, the new man, and he's here because of this.
It's the pick up, the turn, the throw, and it's all very well, but it's got to be on line, and on this occasion it was, and always in trouble from that point onwards.
Well, that's a beautiful shot. That's 4 runs. It was close to great patch. He had no chance of stopping it. Over tossing, Inzamam going for his first run and getting it comfortably enough as De Gruen misfields down at wideish mid-on. Pakistan 124 runs on now. Wants a single, and he'll get it. So there's the 300 for Pakistan. 300 for the loss of 4 wickets. Whack. That's gone. A full toss. And let's see what the umpire has to say. Everyone has a look, and it's 4 runs.
Now Salim Malik is going over the top 2. He's hitting him through mid-wicket against whatever spinners over the boundary for mid-wicket. What a great shot again. Driving again through extra cover. That's going to race away to the boundary. Oh, that's a beautiful shot from Salim Malik. And he's cracking the ball just square of the wicket on the offside, and you can give that away. There's no need to chase it because it's into the boundary for 4.
Big hook from Inzamam. No problem at all for Inzamam. And we'll play it away for more runs. That goes all the way for the 51st boundary of the day.
Clipped away nicely off his toes. And it won't go all the way, but a very comfortable two. And driving through the offside. Nice looking shot from Salim Malik. And they picked up a very comfortable two. They may consider three. Richard de Gruen is really battling out there. Rather slow in getting it back.
That's a run down to fine leg. And that's 50 for Salim Malik.
32nd time.
A no ball, and he's swung him away through mid-wicket for 4. Gusty northerly now behind Danny Morrison. Slow ball from Morrison, and Salim Malik whacks it away through the covers for 4. Inzamam, he whacks a boundary through the offside as well. That's his first boundary on the offside, but that's a convincing stroke. Oh, he's played a French cut. And there's 50 for Inzamam. And it's come up in double quick time too. 81 minutes. Another 50 for Inzamam Ul-Haq.
The batting side could be forgiven for going for the stumps call, but they're not. They're going for runs. And Salim Malik just turning for a couple to end the over. It's 388 for 4. He's driving firmly, and de Gruen got a bit of a hand on it. Just deflected it, took a little bit of the sting out of it. And that's taken the score to 390, and it was a 290 when they came together. So there's a 100 partnership between the two of them. Inzamam Ul-Haq, who has scored 57 of this 100, and Salim Malik, who has 42 of them, but it's been a very convincing display by the two outstanding stroke makers in this Pakistan side. Well, it's a great shot from the back foot, and it beats the fielder. And once that happens with this fast outfield, it's going to race to the boundary for 4. And it's going to take Pakistan within 2 of 400. So we've seen 52 boundaries today, and they have been wonderful shots contained in the 363 that have been scored to give Pakistan a very handsome lead. And 6 wickets in hand, remember. No balls left in the day's play, because that ends it with Matthew Hart completing the last over of the day, and that leaves Salim Malik on 62 not out. With him is Inzamam Ul-Haq, who is 63 not out, and Pakistan have taken themselves to a very comfortable position.
So the Pakistan scoreboard really reflects the story of the day, a day that did belong to them and to one man in particular, Syed Anwar. There you see run out for 169. He was well supported by Basit Ali with 85, Salim Malik not out on 62, and with him Inzamam Ul-Haq on 63. For the New Zealand bowlers, not a lot to smile about tonight. Danny Morrison toiled hard all day for very little reward, and Matthew Hart, the young spinner, making his test debut. Welcome to the highlights of day 3 of the second test between Pakistan and New Zealand here at the Basin Reserve. Overnight, Pakistan enjoyed a lead of 223 runs. They had 6 first innings wickets in hand. The not-out batsmen were Captain Salim Malik on 62, with him Inzamam Ul-Haq on 63. Fine, but just a little windy in Wellington this morning. Where play began, it was Danny Morrison bowling to Inzamam.
So it's going to be Danny Morrison to open up for New Zealand this morning.
They won't want the Pakistanis to get away to a flyer here.
First run of the morning as Inzamam takes a single, and Pakistan go to 399 for 4. That's a flashing shot by Salim Malik. He should only get a single though, as the player at third man does the fielding. That's Blair Pocock, and that's 400 for Pakistan. 400 for the loss of 4 wickets. Oh, beautiful shot from Inzamam. First boundary of the morning, a classic straight drive. Oh, beautifully played, Salim Malik. Another 4, square of the wicket on the offside. This has gone straight up in the air. It's a chance for De Gruen. It's just wide of him.
De Gruen has signalled 4. The umpire went to signal 6. Now, that was an uncontrolled hook. Look at this. Gets too big on him. Too much down offside. Top edges it. De Gruen down there, just a little wide for that shot. Moves around, and it bounces between him and the boundary.
Oh, he's driven that beautifully, Salim Malik. Don't run for that. It's 4 from the time it left the bat. Oh, he's loosely hitting it down to backward point. And a chase for Morrison will allow them to get 2 runs, taking Salim Malik to 81. Inzamam has 74, and Morrison will bowl to him. And he's short this time, and Inzamam's hit it down to long leg, and Richard de Gruen lost it completely.
Oh, swinging it away, Inzamam. He's got hold of it. And where's it finished up? I think it's 6 runs. Yes, it is. So he hit that pretty well. Simon Doull dropping a little short, straying down leg side. And Inzamam, bang.
Well, Brian, Simon Doull should have learnt already this morning that these guys are going to play the hook shot or the pull shot. If you drop it short down leg side, they're in that good a form. They're going to make good contact.
Big drive here. Super looking shot. That'll race away through the covers for 4.
And cracked away, first ball after drinks, 4 more, and the pattern of the morning continues. And played straight down the ground again. That's 4 more. So Salim Malik on 98. And there's his 100, pushed away through mid-on. Lovely piece of timing. And the ball running away, and that was beautifully timed.
Well, 3 boundaries and 4 deliveries. And Malik, his 11th Test century. There has been a fine innings, there's no doubt about that.
Inzamam drives beautifully on the offside, 4 more. Matthew Hart looks like he might bowl, though, from the southern end next over. Meantime, it's Doull. This will go all the way as well. That's 12 boundaries this morning in just over an hour. He sweeps it very fine. And a lot of work for the fieldsman to do, and he misses it. Well, that's not good fielding at all. Looked as though Richard de Gruen had it covered.
Inzamam gets 1 anyway, and he'll look for 2 as it goes down to Richard de Gruen. Will he come back for it? He does. He's going to have to hurry, but he makes it all right. And so Inzamam is 98 not out. Inzamam on 98. He's going to look for the second run. No, he's not. He's going to be happy with 1. So he's 99. Salim Malik is still out there at 115. And Inzamam's 1 off him. So 1 to Salim Malik, second run taken. And he'll get it there, but he'll have to hurry, and De Gruen throws at the stumps, and Inzamam completes his second 100. Inzamam ul Haq, 100 not out, and Pakistan are 490 for 4. Partnership's 200. Malik gets that very fine indeed, and that's going to go for 4. He hit that very well. It was a bottom edge, but it was really hit fine and straight to the boundary. 497 for 4. Another full toss, 2 in a row. Well, I suppose it's better to be full than short. And it's 499 now.
Still a good-looking day here. The Basin Reserve, the weather forecast, it's certainly been a bit mixed in the last couple of days. Boys hit it in the air, but it's very safe and going very hard down there. Good piece of fielding. And returning it, so only one run results. Oh, nasty bounce out there, and that'll run away for 4. And Brian Young looking at the ground. There are a few scuff marks around where previous pitches have been, and that was a nasty bounce.
And this is the kind of thing the young fella doesn't need. He needs a bit of luck. A bit of bad luck, and as you say, it wasn't the nicest of bounces, but then again, seen better fielding positions as well. The legs were wide open, and through the ball went.
Shot, a bit of room here. I don't think third man will get it. No, he won't. So 4 more, and a little short and wide, and again punished. And that's a good shot. He's played that away through mid-wicket off the back foot, and it's just running away easily for 4. Loud appeal, but that was drifting down leg side, so is that the end of play? Yes, it is. They've decided to call it quits for the morning, so the players make their way off the Basin Reserve. Pakistan continuing this morning to dominate proceedings here. 516 for 4. Wonderful performance by them. Inzamam and Malik, both on 100 and going very well.
Inzamam pulls this one away, 4 to the wicket, and it's heading out for yet another boundary. And that's the second ball after lunch. Tries another one and over tosses this time, and it could cost him 4 runs. It'll get onto the practice wickets and it'll take off 4 runs. Nicely turned by Inzamam. He should get back for a second here.
Back up.
It's a wild return from the deep. Swings this, and it's gone directly behind the keeper and out of the fence for 4 runs. Not controlled by Inzamam, but 4 runs nonetheless, and it's 538 for 4. Goes over the top this time and collects it well. 4 runs, first bounce. Pushing it nicely through the gap. Another chase for Greatbatch. And another 2 runs for Pakistan. Looking for a third, hesitating and deciding not to go.
It's in the air and he's made a catch, and Matthew Hart has his first wicket. And it's a very good one too, with Salim Malik driving the ball back to him. And the declaration has come. And so Matthew Hart is joyful. And New Zealand have been given the declaration. It's 548 for 5, and here's the first wicket in Matthew Hart's Test career.
Good flighted delivery. Salim Malik going for a big hit, plays it just straight into the hands of Matthew Hart. Is absolutely delighted, taking his first Test wicket and duly congratulated by his captain. Look at him wide of the stumps, flighted, tempting delivery straight into the hands of Matthew Hart.
So there's the scoreboard. That reflects a total dominance really by Pakistan. 3 centuries in all to Syed Anwar yesterday. Salim Malik carrying on today to 140. Inzamam, of course, left not out when the declaration came. New Zealand bowling figures, well, not really pretty on the eye, are they? All those bowlers going for plenty. Danny Morrison the most successful with the 2 wickets. Second innings, they were 300 Blair Pocock.
Wasim Akram was going to bowl into the wind. Now, does this surprise you, Kumar?
Not at all, really, because he's a type of bowler who can bowl with the wind and into the wind. And because he varies his pace all the time, you know, that's the biggest asset that he has.
The first ball of the second innings. With a very much quicker delivery, which was right on line and right up to him. has gone straight through the hurried defences of Blair Pocock, and New Zealand are back in trouble if they were ever out of it. It's 3 for 1.
That delivery was an absolute sizzler, just cutting back into the batsman and hitting the middle and off stump of Blair Pocock, who was forced on the back foot, and delighted Bakar Yunus.
And as Pocock leaves, it is 3 for 1, and that will bring Andrew Jones to the crease.
Inside edge and went down onto the stumps, but it's all the same in the end. If the bails are dislodged, you're out. So further disaster for New Zealand. Brian Young on his way.
Well, this was angling across Young into the off side of the off stump towards the slips, and he's just played away slightly, even changed his mind about playing it all together, but he changed his mind too late. And in the end, the inside edge down onto the leg stump, and Pakistanis are jubilant. Brian Young shake of the head there. He's gone 5 for 2. Well, see here.
Certainly working up some pace. But there's 4 runs. Andrew Jones clipping it away behind point. The speed of the ball certainly taking it away very fast, but well played. And well played again. This will run away for 4 more. And the upfield very fast. And, of course, with the fast bowler, 4 more to Andrew Jones. Into the over, 14 for 2.
Nice shot played by Jones. This will run away for 4. Seems to be making pace as it goes on. Another boundary for Andrew Jones. Rutherford hooks and hooks well. Kept it down, went to the fence for 4. Okay, Yunus bowling his 5th over downwind. He'll probably give way to Wasim Akram downwind, and that will allow the other medium pacer, or the only medium pacer, to come into the northerly. Tries to York Rutherford, who drives him pleasantly through the offside for 4 more.
This is high-quality cricket.
Oh, that's a great shot. 4 more. 3rd boundary in the over.
And Jones gets that one away through the field for 4 more.
I think that Rutherford tried to nullify the movement of the quicker bowlers. He's batting out of his crease. He didn't do this in the first innings.
Oh, it's a Yorker again, and Rutherford was sorely tested. 52. As Jones gets another boundary, he's playing it down to the area which is unguarded down at 3rd man. And Rahman's first ball is hit by Jones for 4.
Here's 4 more, perhaps. No 3rd man as it races down there to the boundary. So Ken Rutherford just running it off the face.
Oh, he's going for it this time, Andrew Jones. It's a favourite shot of his, and he doesn't always get it exactly in the middle, but mostly he gets it away. And that's his 6th boundary. Rahman, he's only 18 years old, this fellow. And he's cutting again, and he's very lucky, Ken Rutherford. And look at his face. Just let's see if we can see Ken Rutherford, because I'm sure he will not be happy.
That one from Ataur Rahman, slightly short and lifting, and rather sailed past Akram Razak's stretching hand over there. Dangerously clipped through the slips.
Well, New Zealand have Jones and Rutherford making the highest partnership this series to date at 83 undefeated. But it must be a mental strain for Ken Rutherford. And he hooks very well. There's a player down here, but he's not even going to move for it. That's a wonderful shot from Rutherford. And we're just looking to wait for Dickie Bird. Is he going to signal 4 or 6? Brian Aldridge says it was 4. So 4 to end the over. It's 92 for 2.
Down into the ground.
That's more like it. Beautiful cover drive, 4 runs. Oh, he smacked that away. That's a classic And that's 50 for Ken Rutherford.
He's played some magnificent strokes in this 50. What about the next one?
Dickey.
Thumped away by Jones. That's 4 runs. Short and wide from Razza.
That's...
He goes for it again. Another marvellous cover drive from Ken Rutherford. 4 more.
Pulling. That's a good shot. And it races away for 4 more. And cutting, 4 more. He just helped that one, really. It was short and wide. And it raced away down there to wide third man. Oh, he's gone. Third slip. And Ken Rutherford, after looking so good, has fallen to that cut shot again. A little too close in. And it goes in the air to third slip. So New Zealand have lost their skipper. And they're now 3 down.
Well, he's tried so hard to avoid playing the shot. He knows it's been his danger, and he hasn't been able to resist. So a victory here for Emma. It's taken a long time. He's taken some punishment, but in the end, he's won the battle. Ken Rutherford, a fine knock for 63, but it's over. New Zealand 120 for 3.
What a tragedy for New Zealand. Ken Rutherford looking so good. But, that cut shot has led to his downfall. Let's have another look at it. In the air, Razza, third slip. Quite comfortable.
And we can see Ken Rutherford's reaction. He's got himself out, really. He hasn't been dismissed by the Pakistanis, and he knows it.
And he's hit this one away. This should run away for 4 and bring up his 50. And it's beaten the field out there, and there it goes.
Well, a lot of talk about whether this will be Andrew Jones's last appearance at the base reserve in a test match. Speculation about his future. But if he's going to go out, he's going to go out in style, and he's treated the Wellington crowds to some great innings over the years, and he's starting to build one here. Fine 50.
But he's holding all the trump cards as Malik at the moment.
Greybatch playing the short one, getting over it, and it goes wide. It slips down to the unprotected third man boundary for 4.
He's going around the wicket now to change the angle, and Jones goes for it, and he hits it beautifully behind point. That ends the over. It's 138 for 3. Akram Razar to Greybatch, and that's a good shot too. He's hit that very well indeed, and that's going to race all the way to the boundary. And that went in a very funny position because it came from the boot and then went over the top of the stumps, over the keeper, down where first slip would be, and it started off outside leg stump. You might have got a knock on that.
Well, I've got a feeling there that Jones wasn't prepared to run. He was going to wait and see what the end result was, because I feel there was a little bit of bat on that.
Might have been too. He caught it up pretty late, didn't he?
If you noticed the runners, they were quite hesitant because he was waiting to see what was going to happen first.
He's flicking at it, and Greybatch is gone. Wasim Akram has the wicket. And it was a very tentative shot from Mark Greybatch, which has brought about the 4th New Zealand dismissal. And Pakistan are delighted.
Yes, we're seeing here this ball just moved away a fraction. Probably didn't bounce quite as much as Greybatch thought it would, but it's a ball he probably could have left alone. But that's a problem when you're out of touch. Actually followed that, and it finished up being just a straightforward catch to the keeper.
So Greybatch leaves for 10. It's 143 for 4.
He got him this time, and he might have missed out on getting a catch behind as well.
He did. He nicked it. We'll just see how far perhaps this is over. We'll watch the nick first. And look, Shane Thompson's feet together. I doubt whether he would have heard the call. Look at that there. Well, part of it's on the line, which is still a no ball, but the one prior to that was further over.
Shot here from Shane Thompson is running away down the park. It should go all the way for 4. It was well timed. Shane Thompson
reserve here in Wellington. Now going into the day, of course, New Zealand still trailed Pakistan by 184 runs, 6 second innings wickets in hand on 37. Bad news greeted Pakistan at the ground early on anyway, because the first session of the day was lost due to a combination of bad light and a little bit of drizzle as well. But when play finally got underway just after lunch, it was Atur Rahman bowling to Andrew Jones.
First ball of the day, Rahman bowling to Andrew Jones. And New Zealand threatening to get a single. They do get a single off the first ball of the day. Good shot by Andrew Jones. The outfield a bit slower now because of the rain, but it has enough on it to get to the boundary. And 5 for 4. Waka to Thompson. And that's 4 runs down to third man. Unprotected while Thompson is facing. And 4 more to Shane Thompson. He goes up to 45.
And that is the end of Andrew Jones. He's been bowled by Akram. And a disaster for New Zealand, with Jones playing back and across and the ball just going past the defences there. And disappointment for Jones and for New Zealand.
Yes, forced off the back foot. Jones loses his middle stump. Good delivery, that one. Slightly short, and Jones forced on the back foot, missing the line of that delivery, and the bowled middle leg stump.
So another outstanding ball from Wasim Akram. He's got 3 wickets for 66 now, and Jones out for 76. It's 209 for 5. Well, he's driving in the air, and he's going to be caught, Shane Thompson. Akram has his 2nd wicket. Rahman makes the catch, and Shane Thompson leaves. He's denied his 50. He's out for 47. There was no movement of the feet at all, just throwing the bat at the ball, and Akram strikes again.
That one played in the air. Shane Thompson losing concentration and playing that one, driving it up in the air, straight to Atur Rahman, who has no problem catching that one chest high.
So disappointment for Shane Thompson and disaster for New Zealand, 216 for 6. So Akram changing his line. He's going to go around the wicket to Blaine. And Blaine driving. Rahman should have had it, but a sloppy piece of fielding is going to produce more runs for Tony Blaine and for New Zealand. And the ball might not quite get to the boundary. They've completed 3, and Hart will drag Blaine back for the 4th. So it's 223 now for 6. Well, Blaine gets a full toss, and he hits it pretty well too. A chase for Shoaib Mohammed, but the ball will get to the boundary. And so Blaine gets another boundary. He is 14 now. It's his 2nd boundary, and he's taken New Zealand to 231 for 6. So Akram's decided to change his line. He's going around the wicket to Blaine. And he's lofted him over mid-wicket. That's a lovely shot from Tony Blaine. 2 boundaries in consecutive balls.
This is an edgy-looking shot, and it runs down the 3rd man for 4.
Oh, he's got this one away backward of square. He's got 4 runs. It's not a convincing stroke. It looked as though it was supposed to be an off drive. Wasim Akram gets a 5-wicket bag as he bowls Matthew Hart, and it's 244 for 7.
Well, he appears to play inside it. We'll see on replay. Seemed to have it covered. And really, he's just missed that. He hasn't got far enough across to cover his stumps. Played inside the line. Appeared to be a straight ball. And hits the off stump very solidly. Solidly to enough to make it come out of the ground. And so Matthew Hart has gone for 7. And New Zealand lose their 7th wicket at 244.
Well, he's an amazing character, this Wasim Akram. 5 for 89. Look at the off stump go wheeling back.
Yes, they talk about it cartwheeling, and that's why these days they make sure that they're blunt. The ends are blunt. They used to have a steel point on them at one stage. Rather dangerous.
Dools played this away with a fair amount of power on the onside. Big chase for the fieldsman. And 4 runs for Simon Dool.
Oh, it's quicker ball, and Rashid put that down. I'm pretty sure that was an edge. Certainly the reaction from the Pakistan players. Let's have a look at that again.
Yes, we're going to see it's not going to carry the first slip, this.
Oh, it was a big one, wasn't it?
He covered a lot of ground, but it was a very low catch to his right.
Oh, Dawes going in the air, and he's going well over the top. Waka Yunus has been hit hard down the ground for 4. And that really is an astonishing shot. A number 9 batsman hits arguably the fastest bowler in the world straight over his head for 4. So the last ball of the Waka Yunus over, and look what Simon Dool does to it. A bit of width, a full backlift, and a real flourish. And the ball bounces and runs over the boundary. These guys are pretty exciting too, as Dickie Bird is going to deny his ear an appeal from all of the Pakistan players. Well, they're not so sure that he's right, but it doesn't seem to perturb the umpire. It's a lovely shot from Blaine. He's hit that very well. Straight down the ground for 4. What a good shot.
Interesting looking shot for 4 runs down to third man. He came forward, Tony Blaine, and guided off the front foot. And he's hit that in the air. Oh, he's caught. What a good catch by the skipper. So Simon Dool picking the ball up on the half volley, timed it well enough, but a good catch.
Well, Simon Dool's been playing this way throughout all of the series. Prepared to take them on over the top. But this is a great catch. He's just chipped this up. He's tried for the Yorker. It's almost a half volley, but that's a fantastic catch from Salim Malik. And isn't he happy? He does half a lap of the park. They all run out towards him. And once again, 6 wickets for Wazam Akram. Dool has gone 276 for 8.
Swings it away, and is it over the head? It is. It's over the fence, in fact. 6 runs. Waka Yunus looked as though he had it under control, but it was sailing over his head for 6.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he gets back here. Waka Yunus, he's in a little bit from the fence. He goes back, and it cleared him quite comfortably.
He went for the run in there. And Morrison's got to get himself a run.
Yes, I think it carried. Slip indicating that it may not have. And here we go. The Googly just bouncing a little bit more. Yes, he was standing up.
He's been stuck on 49 for quite a while, Blaine. And that's the 50 for Tony Blaine. They'll settle for the 1 and a second test half-century for Tony Blaine.
And Blaine's been there nearly 2 hours, but only 73 balls for his 50.
Well, that's going to be 4 runs. He's French cut it, and it sailed past the keeper for 4. Goes over the top this time, and 1 bounce, bang, 4 runs. And up comes the New Zealand 300.
Gave himself some room there. The front foot went straight down the pitch.
Goes on the onside this time. He'll get another 4. Didn't quite collect it as well, but it's still going out to the fence.
Bit of a field change. We can see a man going back deeper at mid-off. Mid-on still staying up.
He's played that beautifully through the covers. 4 more, 3rd in a row.
Here's Rahman, and Morrison plays a lovely shot to backward point for 4. What a good shot. Now, there was no question about that at all. That was quality. And he's flicking that, he's getting it fine. He's had it down to backward square leg. And that's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. So Tony Blaine goes to 66. Yeah. Well, Morrison plays it through the gap between third slip and gully. Might not get all the way, although it does seem to have dried out fairly well, and it will. So Morrison goes to 26. And the partnership between the two of them, Blaine and Morrison, has now gone to 54 at better than a run a minute. Oh, he's driving, and he's driving handsomely, and that's a magnificent stroke. So Danny Morrison has now, apart from hurting his back, achieved his best score at Test cricket. Oh, there's Blaine going for a 2, and that's a lovely shot. That's a magnificent stroke. Lovely shot from Tony Blaine. My word, that was just perfection. It's short, and it's going to go in the gap this time, so that wasn't such a controlled shot, but it's going to bring the same result, and absolutely no pleasure to Wasim Akram. Blaine has gone to 78. So the highest score for Tony Blaine in all first-class cricket is 161. He's got quite a few first-class centuries, and his highest in tests is 78 not out this innings today. Third man's gone in now, and Blaine predictably gets a short ball, which he plays with real acrobatic skill, and that's the end of the over. 3, 4, 6 for 8 wickets.
And it's another cut shot down to third man. He should be out. He is out. So Tony Blaine's fine innings comes to an end. He nudges the short one down to third man, and he's on his way.
Well, I'm not sure Tony Blaine realised that the third man had been put back, because he picked up boundaries in the previous over with ease down to third man. And Salim Malik has snuck a third man back there, and I think Tony Blaine has either forgotten that he's there or not known he's there, because really he has just palmed it straight down to him. So some good cricket from Pakistan, and a good innings from Tony Blaine too. Good resistance, 78, out now 350 for 9.
He's played this one well. It'll be touch and go down at fine leg. It runs away for 4. It's a long way back, Waka Yunus, around about 35 to 40 metres as he ploughs in. Oh, struck on the pad, that's out, says umpire Dickie Bird, and that's the end of the Test match here at the Basin Reserve. And they shake hands. Danny Morrison, a fine hand from him. Waka Yunus gets the final wicket, and Pakistan have won the Test.
Well, little doubt about this decision from Harold Bird. It's full, and it's hitting Danny Morrison front of off stump. No doubt it would have hit from Harold Bird, even with a little smile on the face. Says, that's it, that's the end of this Test.
So Danny Morrison shakes hands, and Salim Malik, the skipper, and he's thrilled. So it's all over here at the Basin Reserve. Pakistan have won, and won very well. They've comprehensively beaten New Zealand, but a good fight by the tail enders. Tony Blaine particularly, and Danny Morrison a good hand to finish off with.
So that scoreboard reflects a much better effort from the New Zealand batsmen in the second time around. Contributions from Jones there with 76, Rutherford 63, Thompson 47, Tony Blaine with 78, and Danny Morrison batting at number 10 with 42. Pakistan, well, once again, that man Wasim Akram was in superb form. He was the star performer, 7 for 119. That's bettering his best ever figures of a week ago, and in so doing, he earned himself the second Man of the Match award.
Well, it's the same as the first Test, really. Wasim Akram, magnificent bowling performance here again in Wellington. 11 wickets for the match, 7 in the innings, and congratulations. There we are, there's that, and there's the most important piece, the cheque. How did you enjoy bowling at the Basin Reserve as compared to Eden Park?
Can't compare. I definitely enjoyed bowling at Eden Park, but here it was more flat wicket, and you have to bowl really hard and right in line and length, and it was more harder than the Auckland wicket, definitely.
And 36 overs, I think, in the second innings. That's a heavy workload.
Yes, that is, but in the end, it's a Test cricket. You have to do for the team and for yourself as well, and it's I'm a team man, and I'm going to do anything for the team at any time. If they need me, I'll just bowl as much as I bowled in this innings.
And you obviously enjoy bowling to New Zealand batsmen.
I'm enjoying my bowling because I'm very confident I'm bowling well, and that's all matters.
Okay, congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
So well done, Wasem Akram once again. And after the match, we spoke to a very happy captain, Salim Malik.
You must be finding captaincy pretty easy, 2 wins from 2 now.
As I said earlier, when you got bowler like Wasim and Waqar, you know, it's always be very easy to captain the side.
Your thoughts on the Basin Reserve pitch?
Well, it was slow pitch, low bounce, and the only difficulty was to the batsman was short pitch delivery. You know, it's hard to, you know, just leave the ball because sometimes it just kept low. So basically, it was a batting wicket.
You mentioned your fast bowlers just before. Wasim Akram, 11 wickets. Now, how's his back?
He's okay. He's a strong guy. But I must say, he really bowled well. I mean, the all credit goes to our bowler. You know, the pitch like this, it was really, when we were batting, it looks like, you know, if you stay there for a couple of overs, and after that, I mean, it's very difficult to bowl out to the batsman.
And any word on a replacement for Asif Mushtaba?
Not really. I don't think. I think he'll be all right within a couple of days.
All right, well, thanks very much for talking to us. Look forward to seeing you at Lancaster Park.
So all smiles there, Salim Malik, and why not? A convincing